Okay, today we're going to talk about homographs, and that means words that are spelled the same but pronounced differently. So homo meaning same, graph meaning writing or spelling. So spelled the same but pronounced differently. So you just have to know how to pronounce them based on the meaning you want. So first of all, we have wind or wind. Wind is a noun, and that means, the air that's moving. The wind powered the turbines. So wind, with a short I, wind. Wind is the verb, wind, and that's with a long I, wind. We need to wind up the yarn on the spool. Wind, to wind the string around something, or wind. Wind up a wind-up toy, wind up a clock, whatever. It's wind versus wind, spelled exactly the same way. The next word is close or close, spelled the same way, C-L-O-S-E. The adjective means very near, nearby. The man is very close to the owl, as you can see in this picture. If you're just listening on the podcast, you're probably wondering, what the heck? But close. I'm very close to my parents. I'm very close to the edge of this cliff, so I better not go further. Close, with an S sound on the end. Contrast this with close, with a Z on the end, Z. Will you please close the door? That's the verb, close, to close something. Open, close, open, close. The next word is either affect or affect. It's spelled A-F-F-E-C-T. So the noun is affect. This isn't used very often, but just remember, if you pronounce it with the stress on the first syllable, affect, it means a very flat countenance, not much expression, not much mood. It's often used by, doctors or psychiatrists. She exhibited a flat affect. I couldn't tell what she was feeling. Affect. And notice when you look up a word in the dictionary, typically if you're just spelling it, they'll put the syllable stress mark, the little accent. They'll put it after the syllable that's stressed. However, when you look at the IPA transcription, the little stressed mark thing comes before the syllable that is being stressed. Anyway, if whatever is most familiar to you, look at that. But the noun is with the stress on the first syllable, affect. Contrast that with affect. That's the verb, and we use this word more often, affect. For instance, the lack of water affected the plant. Affect, affect. Affect is the verb. We use that the most. The lack of water affected the plant. Now, warning, warning. This word affect is often confused with effect, or we really don't say effect. Effect. This word is often confused with effect, spelled with an E. Affect spelled with an A, A-F-F-E-C-T. Effect spelled with an E, E-F-F-E-C-T. Effect. Effect versus affect. Affect is the verb. Effect is the noun. Short E, versus short U, or schwa. So effect is a noun that means the result of something. For instance, in this next sentence, I'll try to get all three in there. Her constant flat affect had the effect of negatively affecting their relationship, right? So we've got affect, effect, and affect. So it's a little easier to see if you are on YouTube and watching the video because there's pictures and it's all spelled out, but yeah. Affect, noun, affect, verb, affect, another noun. It means something different. It means the result. spelled with an E. All right, next we have convict. That's a noun versus convict. That's the verb. Now, often in English, these two-syllable words, we change it from a noun to a verb just by changing the syllable stress. The noun often has the stress on the first syllable, as in convict, and the verb often has the stress on the second syllable, as in convict. So convict, convict means a person who's in jail. He's been convicted, or she, and they're a criminal. Convict. Convict, since the first syllable is not stressed anymore, that vowel kind of turns into a schwa, convict, convict. The judge convicted the thief. That's the verb. We're going to convict the convict.